of today, and I introduce Patrick. Welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Well, first of all, I'd just like to say that leaks happen. They happen because in all the bureaucracies, in all the militaries, in all the corporations of the world, they're made up of ordinary human beings. And some of those human beings out there have clear consciences that say, I cannot abide by what I am seeing. I cannot keep silent about war crimes. I cannot keep silent about profiteering, about the exploitation of the environment, about the exploitation of people, about the attacks in Sri Lanka. I cannot keep silent, and I'm going to do something about it. And it's always been the greatest fear of the people who rule our world. The fact that they actually rely on us to do everything for them. Because actually people like Bradley Manning, people who've leaked all throughout history, they're not traitors, they're not terrorists, they're goddamn heroes. Today, we are not just a rally here in Sydney. There is a rally happening right now down in Melbourne and in Adelaide. Today, we are the first cab off the rank of global protests that are happening to correspond with Assange's appearance in the court in London. There are demonstrations have happened or will be happening very soon all over the world. In London, New York, Minneapolis, Miami, Manchester, Canberra, Hobart, San Jose, Atlanta, Washington, Hamburg, Berlin, Montreal, Vienna, Lisbon, Amsterdam, Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia, Dublin, Buenos Aires, Lima, Mexico, Stockholm, and many, many more. I think it's very clear when you think of why. John Pilger has put the question, has WikiLeaks done anything good? Has they done anything good for us? You know, we dismiss these things that they haven't done anything bad, but have they done something good? And I think he answered it the only way he could. Geez, that must be one of those devil's advocate questions, because quite frankly, if you need to be told why truth and democracy is a good thing, then something is terribly wrong. The movement of people around the world that support WikiLeaks, the fact that over 600,000 people have signed the online petition defending Assange, the fact that there are now over 1,800 mirror sites for the WikiLeaks and they can't get it off the internet. The fact that Julian Assange, as the poll for Time, the readers' poll for Times Person of the Year has just closed. They announce the results tomorrow. Well, let's hope they've gone with the people's choice, which is Julian Assange, who has got more than 380,000 votes. He beat the guy coming second by over 150,000 votes. We stand here today as part of that international movement to support freedom of speech, to support the freedom of the media, and to support open and accountable government. And we do it today with a few obstructions. We've been in negotiations with the New South Wales Police since last night. We asked them a very simple request. We would like to march. We would like to march to the US Consulate General because the US has been coordinating and spearheading the political attacks against WikiLeaks and against Julian Assange. We got a very simple response. Oh, sorry, Oprah's in town. Sorry, we don't have the resources. The New South Wales Police can't possibly do it because we have to spend $5 million of taxpayers' money and shut down half the city for Oprah. They can do this, but they can't shut down George Street for half an hour for people's freedom of speech. Well, some people are saying go to the Opera House, so I don't think that quite lets us do that. Now, the police have told us that they don't have these resources, so I think anyone who's looked around and seen the number of police that have been mobilised to make sure that we don't march, well, I think they've got enough people to actually close off the traffic on a couple of streets and let a few hundred people march to the US consulate to have their voices heard, to actually shut down John Street for just half an hour for just, you know, the little triviality of freedom of speech and democracy.
Yeah!
I think it's an absolute shame that the New South Wales Police will be out here trying to stop our demonstration. So, I don't know if we're going to march. Anthony's going to put this to the crowd afterwards. I think, you know, I don't answer to the New South Wales Police. I answer to the crowd here. I answer to the people who are here at this demonstration and the citizens of this country and want to express their democratic rights. But I just want to say that... Sorry. Who does want to march?
Yeah!
Any opposed? We can use the footpath, we're good. Well, we've been in negotiations with the police, and so I'm going to pass back to Anthony, just to sum up for the rally and everything else. But the New South Wales Police have heard us. They've heard that we want to march. We're willing to do it on the footpath. We're willing to give them some marshals. We've been more than, you know, well, I won't say compromising. We haven't compromised. We do want to march. So, Anthony, is he still around? Ah.
All right. Let me basically outline what's going on now. We've basically been told that we aren't allowed to march. However, ultimately, it's not my place to say what people want to do. If people want to march, they should march. But be aware of the fact that the police have said they will stop us marching, and that it is therefore our choice how to manage that. Now, they shouldn't be able to stop it on the footpath. I completely agree. I'm only saying what I've been told to pass on. That's the information we have. That's the situation as it is. So, that's how it is. Let me just close this very quickly, then we can... I mean, if they ask to take a vote, what if people want to march or not march? What's the vote?
March!
Yeah, it's quite... Yeah, okay. Okay, alright. Let me just close today by saying thank you all for coming. The importance of an event like tonight